is going to be so much fun. Ancient as well, if we get there, and we're all praying for it. Bit started off, he's found that opening, picked down middle, and he's gotten out without any danger. Still leaning 4 on B. NaVi are not convinced by that one kill. They don't see much more. Shiro's P250, which can be a nightmare to get through on these pistol rounds. He's going to reset after clearing long A and go back to that lower site.
Yeah, keep your eye on Big Shiro, man. This P250 in his hands, deadly, and he's having a phenomenal time at this event. Top-rated player right now. Nafany's going to set up his team with the flash. NaVi still leaning heavy into this B bomb site. And there's that little heaven pop thrown in from Boomich. You would have loved to get something out of it, but instead the kills go either which way, rather. It's a 3-on-3 and simple. The only man left up in the site is brushed aside. Hobbit with a little double opener. And Gambit, they've turned this around from the early 4-on-5 to a 3-on-1 post plant. Just Boomich left, and they know where he was. He was setting them up with flashes. That leaves only one place on your mind. You know he's coming in through CT or Heaven, and so everyone on Gambit is just playing around this bomb.
Yeah, no way you're going to get away with the stick. You've got to thin the herd. You've got to pick them apart, and that's a good start. Shiro gone, Hobbit backed up, and Meaty needs to run. Boomich taps it. A stick may have worked.
Bro, if only he stuck it.
Yeah, they're rushing him down. No chance.
And so, you know, with Gambit being so proficient here, I think it sets us up for a 3-map grand final, and I wouldn't want anything else.
Yeah, I mean, Gambit flexed their muscles against Entropic on Mirage yesterday, but this is not Entropic. NaVi are here to stay, here to play. Bit going to get jumping Mac 10 finished off. No fear from Nafany in getting that trade. It's a huge swing kill to keep Gambit's guns up and let them reset for this round. So experienced on this map as well, claiming to be the best in the world at it. We got a little bit fearful in that matchup against FaZe, but the fact that Gambit can, pull these games, these 15-8 comebacks on this map, win them out in overtime, it just shows the the metal they're bringing to the table. NaVi gambled wrong as Gambit go quiet. They are going to get the info early by pushing up, but at this point, you're probably looking to double save again and play around the USPs next round. There's some guns to be grabbed, a Mac 10 here and there, but Gambit are going to be happy taking that plant on B. NaVi looking like they want to give it a go, but the only danger is the short plant. You don't have that control. NaVi is sneaking in.
Yeah, there's a good chance NaVi can do some damage here. There's a good chance they can find success. They're moving in on the short side, and there's the first kill for Electronic. Perfecto waiting for a late peek out of Heaven, hoping his teammates can draw attention away, but he gets caught. Never mind, Axel dead in the pit. Inters has got to do it all. They're moving in. Little gap in the smoke, and Electronic gets the better of him. And you can almost feel that destined to come through for NaVi, right? With the short plant down and no short control for Gambit. That also being the
early in this matchup. Getting rid of the Galil here, which is on its own in middle, could be of huge value. Simple's looking to do so. Pushed up in mid. He's hunting him down, but it's awkward. Oh, the slide almost sucks the shots, but Simple does recover the spray and keep NaVi up a man. Gambit see the monster smoke. They don't look deterred. Still 2 players peeking deep into B. NaVi a very passive setup here. This is a classic, right? Electronic in the water position. So one thing that does give you a lot of hope towards this B bomb site for NaVi at times. And Gambit have got to get through it. Easier said than done.
Oh, Electronic mops up. Nafany moving in through Monster. And really any hope of finding anything in this round is out the window now for Gambit. You know, I dream of a world where we can see NaVi get back to form on Overpass. I really do.
Here's the thing, though. It's not their CT sides, right? It is coming down to that T side half where, teams like even FaZe, let's think back. I know it's traumatizing. Let's think back to that FaZe Gambit game where, it should have been FaZe's. They had a hell of a lead.
Favors, right? We already saw that out of Gambit just yesterday in the semi-finals. Rush down in mid, Axel opens up. Simple is here, ready to hold the line. Ow. That could have been the collateral, but somehow it's Hobbit right at the back that is found by that AWP, and Axel's going to trade it out. Rotation's now being called for. Electronic has moved up into this A bomb site to join Boomich. They've got to hold the fort in a 2-on-4, essentially. Now make that a none v4 as Gambit go running in, uncontested.
I would love to flash for that play, right, for Navi to just re-aggress. Gambit stop for a moment to take stock, set up some util. And Simple, what a flick. It's such a shame it was the headshot, though. Navi did run it in the group, but still a lot to be seen here. Could probably be the highest level of ancient play we've seen yet on this new map, especially with a new patch with open bomb plants, with wall bangs. All that and more later, though. It's a B rush.
Yeah, in comes Axel leading from the front. And, well, he's opened up. Will get traded by Perfecto, but no good deed goes unpunished for Navi there. And with the B site having fallen so dominantly, you're really left in a spot where, you take a little look in. This first fight mattered a hell of a lot, and with it going in favor of Gambit, you're probably just saving. Now, Boomich could try and change our minds on that. He certainly could. Hobbit holding close. Ooh, yeah, now that Boomich is knocked out, Simple just wants to hold on to this ult. But if you take a look at your minimap, you'll see that Shiro has already been dispatched to try and remove that AWP from play to deny the save.
Oh, dear. Oh, dearie me. Simple missed shot. Hotel bar, the drinks. Oh, I've got to take out a second mortgage.
Yeah, it is expensive.
I think I just play some CS.
Look at this.
CS, play some CS. What else you
need?
B
rush, Perfecto. Deeg's got to come up trumps here, and it's only one. Short player dead. And Simple in the site with the orb. They're already up and past him. He's not ready for that.
He's warming in. We're seeing Simple attempt his typical flicks. They're not connecting yet, but they're coming. There's a time. Think about, Simple, often called the main character of Counter-Strike. Think about yesterday where he whiffed that AWP shot. He then goes on to buy a scout.
With the scout.
Gets mad. He buys a scout, and then he 3Ks to close the semi-final. We've seen it happen before. Those kind of kills, of course, you're not going to do it against Navi. Simple's usually holding for it at the start of rounds when he has reads, but it's become so meta now. It's become so expected. The teams at the top level are actually stray away from it. Obviously, there are downsides as well as it, drawing you out of map control, wasting time, and sometimes you find nothing from it. But interesting note, we've seen a lot of overpass this tournament. We haven't seen that once. So, Navi a man up. Flash ready to pop Hobbit in, but Bit, that's a crazy fight to take. He just jumps on top of Dumpster and mauls Hobbit at the gate. 3 CTs on A. We've got Simple doubling back on long, and Bit is getting that information early.
Oh, missed shot out of Simple.
By a scout.
Now they know about him over on the long side. That molly might force a fight out of Simple, but it actually misses. Oh, and he does still take the fight regardless, going up and over on the dice box. And Gambit, you might just be left saving here. Holding on to that AWP is a nice little bonus, and you're not thrilled about letting Navi have a flawless round. You kind of had them right where you wanted them. Their backs constantly against the wall, constantly close to breaking that money, and now you let them, for me, I'm kind of eyeing up something like a 10-5, and even then, I could never discount Gambit, that's the problem. Bit looking crisp, man. That AUG fires off and secures the double, and suddenly we're back into another one of these 2-on-5s. Now, Gambit, they don't want to be left saving again, right? The round's only just started, and already that's creeping into your mind. Axel traded after the first, and Shiro just a couple of seconds too late. He's going to throw the AWP out the map, so that suggests he is looking to go for this, right?
Yeah, you don't want a back-to-back save, get your rounds decided for you within seconds. You may as well look to actually chip away at that money. Even getting 2 more kills here for Shiro and then dying would have implications for Navi if rounds were to be lost. The last thing you want is to let those CTs build up this 10K, backpack of money, and then suddenly you're just never going to be able to break it. And that's how we could get a 10-5 off the back of these finances. Boomich is even playing safe in spawn. He's not full flanking yet. Now Shiro making steps, and Boomich can go as Shiro looks for this opener into B. No one's offering it up. Simple's moved in for the kill. Shiro not ready.
A bit of respect out of Navi. Now this does leave them in the firing line of Simple. While this is going on, Gambit are actually in the B site. They are inside of Navi's bomb site, and with Simple knocked out over at long, in tandem with Axel's pick into B, This might be, I was going to say a dumb round. Electronic has made it a little more interesting, right? You're going to maybe float the idea of giving this a look in, but being real, you're so far away on Bit that these two B players are all alone, and Boomich is creeping in like he wants to go for this. Oh my, playing the trigger discipline. Hobbit will trade that from under heaven. And now it is just that save call for Navi. And yeah, Gambit, man, I mean, this B-bomb site feels remarkably easy to take, I would say.
Navi is so scattered in that round as well, because I'm so shocked that Gambit even commit. It's not like they got that long pick and then they popped into B. The B play was the first thing that happened in the round once they took a bit of
two picks, mate. You just need to follow through on either bomb site, and you're on to a winner.
Yeah, the call. Oh my goodness, Bit. He's doing it again. Almost Moors 3 this time. Oh my goodness. Get that AWP out of there, or at least play with it. Electronics moving up connector. Perfecto's push monster. Has he been heard? He's only playing for the spot, just trying to deny more potential position for Gambit and get an early warning that they're resetting. Info goes both ways, but it is A after all. Electronic gonna flank again. Oh no, Harry, it's a classic. You guys go A. I'll plant B. It's not Shiro doing it, but it's Gambit trying their best, trying their
Come on, dog. You can't do this to
the
Navi.
Silliest play. Navi, it's will Perfecto rotate? That's the question.
You can't do this.
With some of these rounds we've seen out of Gambit, committing into bomb sites with 2-3 players and not even having the bomb there, like, Navi should be ready for something like this. They shouldn't rotate.
Like, doing it to Entropic when you're wrecking them is one thing, but, mate, doing it to Navi, I don't know. Boomich will trade that out. The rotation's coming up. Perfecto, he is going to take up a stance in heaven. They don't buy it. This little bit of utility is trickling in, and that has now drawn these players up and away from the B site. nafany is dead, and so teccsgocontact needs the 1v3 clutch to win this round. It's a last-second bomb plant down on B. Navi, much like Entropic, didn't realize. It's taken them a long old time to realize this as well, and it's given teccsgocontact a long while to get into position. Now, the bomb is not planted for teccsgocontact here. It looks like it was a short plant, but that's kind of the element of surprise he's going for. Now, it does hinge on not letting Navi get into the site, and with so many players already having crossed, this is not going to be easy for teccsgocontact. They're on the bomb, they're sticking it, and yeah, Boomich, perfect call there. You spot
right. It did take a second for Navi to realize, because you're talking, you're not thinking about the bomb sound, you're just looking for that last man. Lovely shot for nafany to finally take down Bit, who has been on top of the world with these opening kills, but right now they're all Gambits. Double entry into A, and you just got the bomb site like that. You talk about how easy for Gambit have been able to burst their way into B executes. Well, this one is just dry as they walk up into the site. The bomb will be late, but Navi are already thinking about giving it up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you're even going to budge here if you're Navi. You just say, well, you know, we tried, boys. Can't win them all.
It puts Bit 4-2 in opening duels. So, down that a little bit now, but he's certainly had his impact in the early round. That's why Gambit getting rid of the two top performers of Navi is a feel-good moment to begin that one. And yeah, for Navi now, like, oh, you're joking, Hobbit. Okay. You are joking. That was picture perfect. It's like you can see the outline.
Man, they're really looking to deny the save, and oh my God, Boomich. Oh, will you get away? They're hounding him down. They're chasing him. Boomich does not want to part ways with this AK, and as long as he tucks, he should be fine. Oh, yeah. That is saddening for Navi. The worst part about that is when you write a round off to save and then you end up losing the guns anyway. It's like the most horrible feeling, because it's like, great, you know, we didn't even give that a go and we get none of the benefits of saving. You got this one M4 on Perfecto. That's the extent of it. And with Gambit already set a man up, you know, they're starting to take shape now. They're looking to run away with this half, and this round is, you know, well, this round's really kind of the turning point for that. Yeah, it's going to put them 7-6 up, money broken for Navi, and at that point, you know, you imagine Gambit of at least one out the half at a bare minimum. But as mentioned, you know, they've got Navi right where they want them, constantly just a round away from having their money broken. And so everything kind of feels like a 2-for-1 if you're Gambit at this point.
Oh, Electronics going through or not. Decides against it, and the 4-on-5 Gambit is still waiting for that next move to be made from Navi, and they don't want to be the ones to give it up. The fact they've still got a rifle, there's still reason to believe in this round. Gambit is showing face towards A, making some noise, keeping 3 on that top site. Electronic, there's nothing he can do. The 5-7 is locked out at range. Finally, Perfecto is here in time, but time for what is the question? Trying to drop the bomb on the cross. He's not going to be able to. It's already out. Shiro's got the opener. Hobbit sticking it down, and now Shiro looking to stop that retrieval. The one rifle, he's done it with style. Electronic gone as well, and Shiro
He's
lights
only
out
got the USP.
Shiro didn't even see it, but he's cautious, he's careful. Maybe he saw something because he looked very ready for that one. Lots of players spotted Shiro, get them eeks, baby. 2 kills, nafny moves through a Molotov, he hunts down a couple more, and it's nice and clean for Gambit. It was always gonna be 8-6, half one as you expected, and now this is it for Navi, just looking for scraps on their CT side.
Yeah, we got Big Simple bringing the AWP out. He's going to have that at the very, very least heading into the final round of the half. With 5 rifles out for Gambit still, I almost feel like this is going to be another one of these B-pops, man. Oh no, nafny's juggling an AWP into play, looking to leave that behind so that if anyone gets tagged or if Shiro wants it, you know, if his spawn-based play doesn't work out, you can trade onto that AWP and look a little better.
Oh, the aggro.
Set up, and he's waiting for the push. He's waiting to get rewarded, and he plays the trigger discipline. Oh, the turn from Electronic. He's able to keep it in a 4-on-4, and that right there might have just saved Navi's bacon. Over in Con,
no.
Shiro's been heard. They know about him now, and Simple just decides he wants no part in that fight. Backs up, plays it safe. Gambit grouping for a B play. While Inters is all the way up long.
But it's a classic Gambit B hit, yeah, with Inters long, with Shiro still making noise and connected. Gambit are just trying to catch Navi with their pants down. Simple's just rotated in to take Monster. This is a perfect timing, but not the flick again. Axel with the entry. Electronic loses his fight, and now it's only Perfecto who needed that trade to keep this round up in the air, and even then, it's tumbling down. nafny dinked, gets out alive, and Bit realizes, okay, this guy has not crossed into the site. I know what Gambit have been doing. They've been faking us out. Let me reset myself. It's the right call to make. He's not got a kit, so he's going to try and fight for the bomb site. Coming up on long is Inters ahead of nafny. Bit, this is a kill for the half right now, and he might just die. Look at the wrong way. Gambit, wouldn't it? Simple is lurking B. Bomb is outside of Monster with the util on Boomage. Just going to set them up into short. That will force Shiro to leave. But he actually re-aggresses immediately. Gambit leaning very heavy on B. We're already seeing similarities for Navi, except they're going to begin to rotate. Boomage takes the bomb back up. Simple still tucked at Monster. He's getting flanked right now. He just turns, but it's not enough. Even before the flash pops, Shiro's got the shot. Now Navi run it up to A. Gambit here, everything.
Axel tagged in the site and is here all alone. They're rushing him down through the smoke. It's a Gambit classic. They love pushing the dumpster smokes. But that's why Perfecto is hot on the angle. Bit's going to nail the first man in. That's Hobbit dropped out of the round, and suddenly 2-on-3. The script flipped on its head. They're trying to pressure this bank man. They're trying to get ahead of him, but you can't beat the bank. You can't beat them. Try as you might, the house always wins. Perfecto 1v2. And now they get onto the truck, the bomb not planted for, and that's a kit as well. They're just sticking it. They won't give him the fight. And so the round is won.
Give it up. Oh, dear.
Yeah, Axel's stuck fighting here, and so he needs support. His toilet player didn't want to hang around after taking that advantage, and with Simple besting Hobbit over in Con, there's weapons to be retrieved. Suddenly, the little buy that could has really armed itself, right? You've got this M4, you've got the scout on Perfecto. If he's able to tag up some of these players, he can make it very easy for the rest of his team. There's the dumpster smoke going up and over. Not that that does too much to Gambit. Over at the truck, MP9 tucked in on nafny. There's the first. can't follow up and will get bested by Electronic. They never knew about Shiro over here at long, and so he's denied that bomb plant. This trade needs to happen, and it needs to happen quickly.
Oh.
Shiro won't let them back in. The AK retrieved, but 8 bullets. He doesn't have the ammo, and Shiro's going to take his head off with the...
He's here to be traded more than anything. Jumping up, there's Hobbit with a kill, and now we need Perfecto to find something. But with door off, you're scared of boost, you're scared of spam, and Perfecto doesn't care. Still taking that trade as Bit opens long A. Electronic, he's getting fed as well. It's going great for Navi right now. Gambit caught by surprise.
Yeah, I really like the pace we're getting out of Navi already on this T side as well, right? You're no longer worried about them losing rounds to time. They've slowed it down now in the mid-round, but that makes a lot of sense. They're up in this 4-on-2. They know all the pressure is on Gambit. Inters clears out Monster. This at least gives you the kind of forewarning that it's likely the A play, right? On the back of him not seeing anything. But is it the A play? That bomb's still floating around. If he finds Electronic here... Instead, Electronic more than aware of the protocols, the decisions that might get made in a moment like that, and that's going to force the rotation out of Shiro, leaving him high and dry away from the A bomb site where that bomb is heading. And so this is a NaVi round. The 4 AKs get the job done. Boomich is that sacrificial lamb. It wasn't all in vain.
Yeah, you got to take one for the team sometimes. You're not always going to be getting those openers, but damn, Navi get everything else in the round. And that's one way to, you know, get ahead of the rifle rounds early, not have to just full eco, run Glocks, and get rolled.
It feels like you can feel the pacing better when you are in with the bulk of the team, right?
Oh, wow.
Shiro
timing though.
On. Axile caught over in middle, but that's the bomb. Out long. Flash is good, and Bit is now dead. Gambit might be about to steal this away with just this little force buy. The AK might have opened, but now the pistols have come in as well. Aid removes nafny. That's something. That's a step in the right direction. But you've got 20 seconds left, mate. You've got to get this bomb, and then you've got to get it planted, and Shiro will not let that happen.
The man. nafny also gets tagged up meanwhile, and a re-aggro for Axile. Very confident play, but he won't be there forever. He goes back with a nade. Hobbit jumps up. Hobbit via Electronic is a fun fight to win. Hobbit gets out alive. He's been spamming him through connector. That's Gambit with a man up, and lots of damage done to Navi. They're still fighting for Con. Axile has no fear, and he almost finishes the low HP Boomish, who has got to duck, dive, and weave back to that B-bomb site.
This is not a nice situation for Navi. It's one where, as much as it sucks to say, because it's still so early on, you could justify, you know, looking for the save here. Bit's the only guy with any HP, but he was also the one player without a gun, so it really does go both ways here for Navi. He's looking for something out in middle.
Spam nafny, you think? We see a lot of people shoot through that wall, but he's not interested.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to creep into the toilets because it's like they could still be long. They could be playing, you know, one of those full back angles to just go through the motions in toilets.
Going for a gun, but he's getting backstabbed.
Oh, he will turn and deal with nafny. But as mentioned, it is that save for Navi, all right? All Bit was doing was looking to arm himself so that he's not coming out of the round with a Deegan armor. And that means Gambit are up onto 13. You might be saying, well, you know, they've at least managed to save some AKs. They've got that AWP in tow. But that's the bulk of the investment they're going to have in this follow-up.
Hit. And Axile, yet to be seen, catches a timing of his own. Almost escapes. He goes back. He tucks in. Boomich is here, trying to hunt him down. Shiro steals a kill and saves his life, as a flash will give even more info and space to Axile, who just sometimes doesn't want to quit. Back he goes for more. And Navi group up, but it's another 3-on-5 round decided for you so early on.
Yeah, it's rough as well, because I can remember you saved heading into this one. You were hoping that you could have ended up in a better situation, and now you're in the exact same situation. Simple knows that a play needs to be made, and he was hoping that he could have found something on that short peak, but instead, it's the AWP dropped, it's the bomb cut loose. Navi have got 20 seconds, and really nothing to play for in this round.
Oh.
Short's even being aggressed on, you know, Gambit, they are being relentless in shutting down NaVi, trying to get in their heads. Yeah. They're all fighting, they're all facing.
Across the map. And we've yet to really get to see and execute from NaVi of any capacity. Now you're just running wild because you're on pistols with this hero AK. Perfecto will get that trade on Boomich again, just throwing himself in to be offered up on a plate. It's worth it for NaVi. Can they find anything more, though? Because if more fights get won, if this one in Con goes the way of Axel, like they all have been, the round is as good as done. Simple's got the bomb here. Axel's tucked. Does Simple check it? These are terrifying rounds for NaVi, and they're not getting any better. Not unless a little D can be found, and not today. The bomb's on the ground.
Yeah, it's not as mental as it might seem. Axel isn't in like an incredible spot to watch this bomb. He's got a bare short in mind and top con. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see these B players try to take some semblance of short control. Because right now, Axel is responsible for just too many angles. Could get caught on timings. There's that creep in through short, and they find Perfecto now. And so suddenly, all the pressure's off of Axel. He's going, right, I've got my fullback secured. I've got a way out. I've got an exit strategy. And that's assuming they even go for the bomb, which Electronic is really in no position to do so.
Yeah, he's not even flanking. I thought he was going to go for it. I mean, Nafany's holding this play anyway. But Electronic, he's just rather get a gun and save or die to the clock. That's such a shame for NaVi. You know, they even knew what Gambit's protocol was there. They weren't even super focused on trying to... Yeah, he's dead. They weren't even... Okay, Electronic, 1 second. What are you doing? He's got a Tropic, yes, a very different team, but Gambit just so loose and so fast on that map. Oh my goodness, now we have wall bangs onto Simple. He's not going to get started in this game. It's looking done, it's looking dusted, and Mirage could be the way for Gambit to 2-0. NaVi are going to need to hit the reset switch after this map because Gambit have made a statement.
Yeah, they really have. You know, it does make you a little nervous. I like to think that NaVi can look more comfortable on their Mirage, right? They're on a bit of a streak there as well. They're trying to build a name for themselves as the Mirage team. But as we know, Gambit have already broken in Tropics. I think it was, what, 9-match win streak over on that map just yesterday by 16-0 in them, for crying out loud. Flash into short for Axel. Yeah, it doesn't get the kill. But at this point, you know, you're not fretting. You're not worrying if you're Gambit. You're going, oh, they're both short XD. Let's wreck them, boys. You've got the bomb out in the open. NaVi aren't really in a position to even believe, you know, in a round like this. They've struggled in far better situations. Shiro holding that bomb doesn't often miss these. There's even the con wrap coming in, but it might not be needed because Inters and Shiro are going to lock.
Okay.
Better ramp, and suddenly these CT fights come to matter a hell of a lot. Hobbit might be blind, but he still delivers the goods. And Simple cut down as well. It's a little pivot and a turn over at ramp. Shiro's going to lock it in with a double.
Hey, Hobbit's a little bit in that game. Need it from him again. That wasn't the start. There's always a room to improve. There's always more rounds to play. But Axel's hit a backstab. Gambit, oh my goodness, they're deep in the A site. They're doing what they do best, just disrespect, running amok up in this site. And Hobbit, lovely transfer to find a third as well. Gambit keep it clean.
But you occasionally see him being the guy making first contact as well. He's just got a great read for the timings he can hit and what kind of real estate he can get away with. You know, the experience really shines through for him on that lurking role.
Yeah, and it's nice here in a round like this where you're trying to uncover the stack anyway. You know, you just creep out ramp, you get the info, no one's facing you, a couple of nades in, a Molotov here and there, and positions getting cleared. You realize very quickly that, yeah, Gambit have got a freebie, and that vanilla eco, that cream bean of Navi's P250.
Once he's in position, these guys in the apartments can start to go, but with Nafany dead right away, that's a huge kill to have found. Now you can put all your attention onto the apartments, and Axel's going to learn that the hard way. There's this rotation from Simple. Hobbit is once again on one of his lurks, this time over in Connector. trying to thin the herd, trying to open up other options to Gambit in this round. But with Hobbit knocked out and Inter's followed up onto, this is looking like a very clean NaVi round now that the rifles are in play.
Yeah, you called it NaVi-esque, and I definitely agree, right? We see this so often from NaVi on the T side, getting Boomich up cat. Sometimes they even like to do this where they get a cat player up on a B split, and then they have a second one just that little bit further back. If you kill the cat player, you're never ready for a decisive for you. NaVi's dumping util right now where they can, even flashes, but no one fighting off for them. Con is taken by Hobbit.
Yeah, there's two on the other side, though. And so this smoke fade's going to be interesting for Hobbit. That's a lovely little swing out of Electronic to quickly reclaim that lost man. And Bit is going to shut down the short play. Simple through that little one-way smoke. Has dropped the bomb over in Con. And so for Axal and Inters, they've now got their work cut out for them. Electronic swings out Con.
Inters will get away in time. Simple can cover lower. Electronic can stay on his angle. And this is a devastating setup. You're not getting into middle here if you're Gambit. You're just relying on this dry A take. This round is as good as done, to be honest. Even with Boomich playing safe and anchoring down in CT, he knows that he can stop this bomb from ever getting planted. And so that's his plan, that's his play. Flash by his teammate, because Simple wants the kills, and he'll get them all.
Yeah, it is really nice to see that when we get NaVi back onto a more comfortable map for them, we see them coming back into their own. Not wanting this grand final.
It's a naughty setup here for NaVi. And with mid being so quiet, even though they don't have a lot of info, Bits checking on timing. And talk of timing, the smoke fade. Luckily, there's a trade. Simple gets that kill and backs out under. They can get mollies in, though. And Inter's just dry fights the A site. Simple's not ready for a man to just peek. No holds barred. Axal catching Bit off catwalk, and yeah, Gambit know NaVi's positions. Gambit know what NaVi like to do on this map. The re-aggro is easily sussed out, and NaVi are forced back into a save. That's another round for Gambit, breaking the streak. Early formed from NaVi. And while they're hoping this one comes to be, they're also accepting the reality that with all these kills coming out of the A ramp, it's likely just going to be Gambit's round. Save what you got. We're certainly going to see this AWP come into the next one, and I can't wait to see how that's going to adjust NaVi's CT setup. Simple is such a mobile AWPer, we always say that, but on a map like Mirage, his starting path, a lot of the time spawn dependent, but also just constantly...
Huge. It's also going to free up this extra B player to go and help out in middle a little bit more. We've got Bit here on the short side. Perfecto, not looking to join him. And with Axal opening the round up like that, might not be ready for a second player at Cat swinging so quickly, but it's not going to come to matter with Axal and nafany lighting up mid and A. Simple's dead in the apartments, and they've hit both bomb sites, and they've won at both of them. Just Perfecto left, and they're trying to rub salt in the wound. They're hunting him down. They don't care.
Now the AWP swapped hands, but Simple's brought back his. Shira fires off, and the molly up top mid. NaVi force nafany into the open with a flashbang. Electronic will take him down. I love seeing Electronic and Simple both roaming jungle and Con together. Just so close, always ready to trade these kills. It was Simple AWPing top Con in case that top mid smoke doesn't come down. But it's Electronic to swing to find that first frag. In-game leader of Gambit dead. Now reliant on an A execute.
Yeah, Molly's being exchanged, trying to slow down this ramp approach. It feels like Boomich is starting to piece this one together, but we've still got the triple B lean for NaVi. As more utility comes into this bomb site from different positions as well, you're going to start to figure it out. Inters, that is a lovely tap. Will they check Ninja? Boomich is tucked in, and he's been spotted. Shiro finds him, and even though Bit reclaims one, this next fight's weighted pretty heavily. Luckily enough, Simple's going to win it out. And so NaVi are interested in this round once again. It's a CT plant NaVi grouping for the retake over in jungle and through Con. And so Gambit have got the room to play around this bomb.
No util though, only one smoke for Navi, and that's all that stands in this round. Simple's got the kit, so he needs to stick as he moves in with the AWP. Time's half gone. It's contact for Navi. I don't know how close they've gotten, but he's found Perfecto. Shiro backing up to safety. Re-peeks with a no-scope, and that is Phil from Shiro versus Simple, and he's going to get backstabbed.
MVP have maybe encountered some problems here and there, right? When you look at like the fundamentals, the trade work, how they play off of one another, Gambit just looks so sound.
Oh,
There's a double for Boomich. Little collateral over at ramp on the Deagle. And so NaVi maybe weren't expecting much out of a round like this, but Boomich has suddenly enticed them and really made them believe. He doesn't want to let that nice little double all be in vain. nafny waiting for this con lurk. Oh, he's so determined that someone was there, and Electronic was swinging out. That's him out of the round. Man, advantage retaken. Bit brought down low and double swang. And there's another example of it, right? Like they push the guy in the middle of the site up to make contact just so nafny can pincer from con. Really nice way of leaving Bit in a spot where, like, really he can't get anything done. You know, even if he deals with the guy pushing him, he was always going to get traded there.
Yeah, and even that double for Boomich, while it's nice for Navi, it gives Gambit so much more room in some weird, wacky sense, because nafny was really far away on his lurk initially. As Gambit were running out ramp, he was still BAP, so he comes... Oh, Hobbit. Very close to death, but a lurk smoke will give him room. Simple force to turn for the flash. Oh, he's looking for a headshot. Can't find it. Not quite. Bomb's being retrieved by Gambit. They're taking a B. Harry, they're doing it again. They are doing it again. They're playing for the market flank now. That did get spotted. Electronic has seen at least the plan behind this round for Gambit. But nafny smokes and walks right through a ballsy play that might be punished by Perfecto, but he's got room from the smoke. And right now, the B player is now scared about this window wrap, and he has reason to be. That gives room for this apartments play, grouping up with Axile as well. nafny is buying so much space for Gambit, it's costing Navi lives.
Oh, well, that's a big fight for Perfecto to have won out. Now he's freed up to go back to B. You can breathe a sigh of relief. You've dealt with the man in the back line, the one who was drawing all that attention away. That's the bomb dropped as well. Gambit falling like flies. While nafny was the fly in the ointment, they were able to pluck him out of the round. Axile on the entry with this AWP, but might just concede. Is going to get out of there.
Yeah, that's...
NaVi able to recover that one. And man, Perfecto, you know, out of all the fights you had to win in the round, the one that you win there really does
save. Only one place they can be. Simple's going back to A, though. He's resetting at spawn. Now it's just Perfecto at B right now. Bit's got a double back from short. There's no mid-split. Electronic has confirmed that from window. Axel dropping into the bomb site, and he's found Bit dead. Perfecto trying to escape, trying to buy time, but it's expensive. It's costly, and all the kills are coming in for Gambit. Simple up close needs a no-scope or something of the sort. But Axel has no idea. He's out!
Oh, they're next to each other. Simple trying to save the round, trying to make magic happen, and Simple in with a double. And he's even seen Shiro. It's AWP on AWP, and Simple wants his revenge.
Warnings to watch your bomb sites, and now you definitely got to watch him. You've just seen a rush. It's coming in. Mac 10's going hard, going fast, and Perfecto will stop the first. Simple dives out through the market to try and reinforce B. He's playing for a flick shot. Warmed up now is Simple.
I think we're going to get a pretty brawly ancient as far as they go, with not too many new bells and whistles.
It's also a nice bit of practice, if anything, you know, even if you want to show a bit of you know, your normal rounds, try out some new smokes, try out some ideas that, you know, maybe have worked in practice, but officials yet to know. And of course, we're on new patch as well, so those plants are super available on both bomb sites. I think the big one is being able to pick your plants towards CT spawn behind the boxes now on default, getting away from donut plants as well. These are all super nice changes. Even the wallbangs on B, I think, changed so much. It kind of renders that dark position a lot more dangerous at the back of the bomb site.
The map, well, now they're playing to barely win out the half, and NaVi have come in with a resurgence. There's a little double underplay here, a bit over the top of the smoke, and then waiting and under, because you know someone's going to attempt this trade, and it's likely to be the B player just to clear out this position. but he never gets that contact. And this fake has drawn all the rotations. Now with nafany getting out through ramp, time is everything here for Gambit, and the time is right for them to move into this A bomb site. Bit is holding the line. This tiny little angle is all he's got. Axile is still selling the B play, but Bit is domed. Inters on the cross. That is not an easy shot for him to have hit. Simple, here's Axile getting in, and missed shots on the dig, and goes back in with the ult, makes it look pretty. There's the recovery, and that might bail Navi out of this one. nafany over in CT spawn, has the drop on Simple, but now he's got to face Perfecto and Bit in the 1v2, and look at this position out of Perfecto right now. He just wants to fight, he just wants to win it, playing up on top of default, just waiting here for the swing. nafany surely not ready for this. Oh, he's just dropped off. The timing is everything there. It's a lot of damage for nafany, not the killing blow. 30 seconds. Time is running out. And nafany needs to piece together where both these players are. They're just playing for the double swing. They're playing for the trade. And with contact made from CT, nafany now knows that as well. Flash out, he's going to try and close the gap to Perfecto. And he sees the shadow, but one of these teams up into the lead.
Again, that P250 is out as it was for Shiro. Bits put it to use, finding the first on the Hobbit. Shiro, USB up close, doubles down. No one checks the corner. Bombs planted for NaVi, but this is a very similar pistol round, except with a bit stuck out on the catwalk on an island on his own. He's got to drop off, give it up, try and stay alive. Will Gambit waste time hunting him down, or are they just going to focus on the bomb site? Electronic, no ammo. Axel bails out his team, and now they move in for the killing blow. Simple missed shots, does recover the spam, but he's all that stands as the tap comes in. He's got the knife out. He thinks they're sticking it. It's all a fake. It's all a ruse, and the time is ticking away. They spam the smoke. They're not on it yet. Simple might have just won this round. Knife out again, and it's all
fall down, and it comes with the territory when you're clutching up against Simple. It just feels like anything can go wrong.
Everything more like, how the hell does he get away with it? NaVi just come in storming into this A site in the second round, and they just want to clean it up nice and quick. As Gambit were to start their half, NaVi looked to be fast, and Hobbit's low out under. They know about it. Boomich spams, and now it's just a guessing game here for Gambit. Should we even go for this? Probably not. They say backing out with their util, and you know Simple's already hunting these kills. He's one step ahead. Doesn't want them to keep anything into that follow-up round. Oh, dead to scout though. That's an AK. That's the only AK that NaVi had still standing. I love the boost as well, especially when you got one gun. You really need to get it involved. This is a nice safe play as Shiro headshots Boomich and gets out of dodge as well. On top of the ladder was Hobbit. He still retains his accuracy, but he doesn't hit the shot. Shiro puts this AK to use yet again. Don't tell me one gun is going to win the round. nafany's grabbed the weapon, dropped by Boomich at top middle. Shiro's smoke won't stop him. NaVi, they'll stop though. They'll reset. They'll go back. And at least no one's here at B, but Gambit are going to realize pretty quick, and they're going to reinforce the site before NaVi have even taken it. It might just be that A recommit through middle, hoping Gambit don't play for the information game. And right now they're not. That could give NaVi a way back in, up through connector, if Electronic times his peak right. But right now, no kills. Oh dear. No kills are being given away on A.
Yeah, we have Shiro going to reinforce this CT hold. I kind of wish it was nafany going there so we could give this Galil to Inters, who's got armor. You know, it's going to suck to see one of these guns potentially lost to the aim punch. Here's that little mid-split back into the A commit late. But Gambit have kept numbers here. Inters, this is not the nicest of spots to be in, but if Shiro's able to bait them up close, you might find yourself discounting it. It's the apartments lurk, the palace lurk out of Electronic that was hoping to do it, but Shiro has caused so much commotion with this one AK, this one rifle. Time is running out for NaVi with the scout on short. Axel could have denied it, but instead it's going to be nafany to close it with a
away from mid, and that's where the bulk of NaVi's coming through. Shiro hasn't fallen for it though. Molly up on short, Shiro holds on. He's going to get top con smoked, but with no Molotov in front of that, why not stick around and fight?
Yeah, you know you're going to get contact, and nafny is even here to help out. This is a lovely little 1-2 punch, right? Even though you lose Shiro, you drop the bomb, you trade it back to your favor. Now going back in again, that is ballsy, and almost a decision the Gambit come to regret. It forces that swing out of Axile as well, but they're able to get it back under control in middle. They know that Electronic has just moved out of Palace. And they are actually looking for this fight. This maybe gives Electronic a chance at this first 1v1. The trade needs to come in if that's going to happen. They just move away as that smoke fades, holding for the push through, and Inter is going to lock it in. Simple's got to have his own Shiro moment here with the hero AK. Shiro's AWP out, and it's already hit the ground running. Boomich caught on the cross. He spots the Palace player as well, but he's not going to let his attention get drawn away. And the kills come in for Gambit through this jungle smoke. The nade blew the gun away just as Bit gets there to add insult to injury. And Electronic, other side of the map, all the way back in T-spawn. Nothing for him to find or do here. Just on damage control, trying to take something out of the round at least.
Oh, Gambit are really giving Navi a run for the money, aren't they, in this second half? There has been no consistency with these conversions, right? With constant force buys, with guns saved into eco rounds. We've had either team winning them across these two maps.
They're really starting to believe in this 2-0. They're really starting to think they can do this. And hell, I mean, if they get past this round, anything's possible. Boomich removed early on. And, you know, when you see him going for an aggressive short play like that, you're already probably considering, well, it's feeling like a B play. Because oftentimes when they try to get Boomich down cat that fast, it's with the goal of going for one of these short wraps.
Yep.
And so that maybe gives you more information than you anticipate. That's why we have this triple stack over towards B for Gambit. NaVi know this, right? This is where the mind games tend to start. And so they're going to start to move that bomb back through T-spawn, leaving this A-hold in the hands of Hobbit once again. nafny in jungle. Is he ready for a player already up con? Timing is everything for the guy here.
No.
And he hits it perfectly. Bit shot in the back, and now you're starting to piece this together again. nafny is tearing this A play down. If you can even call it that, right? It's been two individual peaks attempting that trade. Simple is naded down, and that nade shreds him, man. 45 seconds left. Perfecto dead in con, and this is a dominant round out of Gambit. This is a statement victory in this one. 5 alive right now, and only Simple left to beat.
Yeah, even with the, I guess, misinformation, it was still Navi trying to pad the round out by rotating to A. They would have loved to commit a B with that early setup. Kind of just left with nothing. Simple dead as well. And Gambit are middle right now, but they're pretty sure that Navi have heavy numbers here. Gotta be careful off the shot. Bit jumps in. He was already boosted up silent, and he does jump back to safety with the orb. Doesn't want to drop out. It's great real estate, but we'll give the gun to Simple. That's something at least. Bit falls, nafny re-aggresses, and Axile's looking to do the same. No one's even considering this play. Simple out under catches him on the jump, and this round is still up in the air.
Yeah, with an AWP in Simple's hands, man, you're never ready to write it off. You're never ready to say, yeah, this one's done. Gambit still stacked 2 over towards this A bomb site, and it looked like Navi were poising for a B hit for a moment. Instead, they are heading A. After that kill on nafny, you know that Hobbit is often here and normally isn't keen to rotate too early, so they send the pistols in to find him, and that's where Simple rains down death from above. This scavenged orb that found its way in a Simple's hands might be the golden ticket to stealing away a round and tying the game up once again. Inters, you do not envy this position. It's not an easy clutch whatsoever. He wants to try and deal with Simple, but that's where Perfecto comes into the mix, right? Trying to trade on the back of the contact, trying to swing on the back of contact getting made, but it's never even needed.
He's got a lot to watch, right? The cat repeat. Haven't been playing a lot of cat aggro. Instead, it's the aggressive Palmer's play that works out instead. Hobbit, they don't check the corner, they jump right by, but he can't see the second one through the smoke. Axel is ready to pounce. If he hears enough steps, he might just go through, but Simple, up close, he turns away, and Axel pounces with a spray. 2 kills before Perfecto trades, but he feels impossible, trapped in the middle of the bomb site, and nafny comes out through his own smoke. It's a big round to decide whether that's going to be possible. Navi are crunching 5 up ramp. That smoke is huge. Navi have to go through. They just want to pop. They want to pounce. They want to bounce into A. Hobbit hiding out after one, but he's not ready for the quick jump up Tetris, and Bit drops him as he falls into the sandwich. nafny gives up A. Axel has killed the mid-split in Boomich, and that has given Gambit the room to play retake.
Yeah, and you know, they're playing retake right now. That decision to back out through Con is only available because you take this 4-on-3. And it's great. It's all around this idea of like, well, right now we can't actually support each other. It would just be relying on you going huge. So let's play it safe. Let's set up for the retake. But will they be able to follow through on that decision making? Up close in jungle, there's a potential kill to be found here. Bit up close with the AK, he hears that AWP, but Shiro gets the better of him. And now this double ramp hold out of Simple and Perfecto, it's all they've got left. Time is ticking away from Gambit. They've got to move in. So much utility left for this retake. Smoke on the bomb, Simple nails the first. Out in the open, they're trying to get across. Someone needs to get on it because they're running out of time. Perfecto will come in with the kill. It's very, very close, but I think this might just be a Gambit.
Back very quickly, he's cleared everything. He knows Boomich isn't lurking. Flash has missed. Oh no, it's blinded everyone. Blocked by the teammates. This is getting desperate for NaVi.
Oh, and it's in to just slaughter they go. The AWP with 1, the M4s with a double. And the B players cancelled. It's back to the drawing board for NaVi.
Even the buy here, I don't know about it, right? Like, you've given up your full force. You've kept a bit of money for a reinvestment, but you've given it up 4-14. It's not like you're even up against map or match point. Simple. Be a clutch of the ages, but we know Gambit have given no room in these kind of positions. This is no exception. Hobbit's moving up from under. Simple waits. Wherever he moves, he is susceptible to spam. And even if he doesn't move, now they know.
Yeah, now they know. Now they've heard it. They're whittling him down, and piece by piece, might be death by 1,000 cuts.
Comes to these grand finals that NaVi have been bettering Gambit in. This is insane, though. Bit, he's got 2 kills right on a platter.
Yeah, no one's even considering it. There's the first over in Con. He knows about nafny. He knows he's got this man trapped, and dropping the smoke there is enough to cut him out of the round entirely. Hobbit, good for 1 himself. And nafny, you know, doesn't really mind about this smoke because it means he's still available in this retake. But you would have loved to have been offered some help to Hobbit there, right? That was really the downside of that smoke coming in. Suddenly that A bomb site, you are just locked out of it.
Oh, this takes time.
It's a double T-spawn wrap, but as you say, this is gonna cost you, right? It's a trade-off. If you're going through T-spawn, you get to come in from an unexpected position, but it's wasting a lot of time. Simple going back to line up flashes for his teammates, gets him killed. Bit will hold on to ramp, but they don't know about this second man. It was only Axel who was spotted, but the time is running out for Gambit. They've got to get on this bomb. A last-second retake again. It's so close, but Gambit have not been afraid.
Boomich having to smoke his Molotov. There's nades to follow up. They can dunk him dead if they want. He's low, and the spam for Axel. My goodness, nothing can go wrong for Gambit. And NaVi shattered, shaken, and back in spawn with no map control.
Yeah, man. I mean, just on every front, right? Like, Gambit are looking so polished. The fact that they've gotten to 15 on the back of these last-second retakes twice in a row now is just speaking volumes in where their head's at. They feel so comfortable. They piece together where Boomich is, and that might be the first domino to fall in the downfall of NaVi in this grand final. As you say, that would level the playing field for Gambit. That would put them at 2-2. This rivalry set to heat up if 4 more kills come in for Gambit.
Yeah, Simple. He sees a jump, but he's just got to commit. He's got to double down into B. We've got a boost up. This is everything for Gambit. It's a hard spot to clear. Being drawn in by the AWP in market, and Inters at the back of the bomb site. A missed flick for Simple. Half health. He doubles back to kill, rotates, but his team need to get into B, and they need to do it now. 20 seconds. The clock can't continue to be NaVi's unfaithful foe. Shiro waits on the cross, and Navi gotta go.
With this boost in the site, they can just deny the plant, and that might be enough to win the round for Gambit. There's one, make it a double. Oh, it's all on simple. 1 on 3, there's not enough time. Gambit take him down 2-0 in the CIS Grand Final. And for the Gambit boys, this must feel elevating. Number 2 in the world, rising up and beating back NaVi, the current best in the game. And you can see NaVi looking devastated as Gambit strip it all away in a 2-0 fashion.